So Project Wellington, just completed the renovation. We're here with Sam. So this refurb's taken a little while, but we just finished it. Purchased £57,000. Let's show you around.
Today we're going to have a look through 8 Wellington Street, go through the buy-to-let spec. So my name's Zach, I'm the owner of CP Development, so we've done the renovation on behalf of Sam. So we can just have a quick walkthrough and pretty much see what we've done. In the front door, in one of our previous videos, you'll probably notice there was a big section of damp here. So we've resealed the outside, hacked this off, tanked it, rendered and tanked it, make sure that's all sealed and not going to have any further issues in the future. So the spec on this one is just quite a simple buy-to-let. So we've done sort of like an in-between spec on it. So what I mean by that is just shows you don't have to spend an awful lot to get a decent finish. So we've plastered the majority of the property. I would say about 70% of the property has been replastered. The main thing with that would be with the full electrical rewire, make sure everything's all chased in nice, neat and tidy. The main areas we always recommend to be plastered would be the kitchens and bathrooms. Just once you've ripped them off, rip the tiles out, you want to make sure that you're putting it back to a good finish. So white throughout, new woodwork, nice fresh and modern, and new flooring. Bathroom, nice little snug one on this one, but works really nicely. We've gone for the black features and fixtures on this one, just to elevate it, make it look a bit better. Nice big towel rad in here. For the buy-to-let, we always suggest going for like a luxury vinyl flooring, so it's a little bit thicker than your cheaper vinyl. It's hard wearing, it's going to last longer, but should anyone damage it, being a rental property, it's cheap enough to take up and replace it. It's not going to be much time or money on that. The kitchen. So the key things that we sort of interact with the owner, Sam, is just make sure they're happy with the design of the kitchen. We'll go through this, we'll bounce back and forth, just go through a couple of options. We decided to go for this sort of spec. I think it's croft grey on this one, either croft grey, yeah, I think we went for the croft grey, matte finish, nice, durable, easy to clean. It's not breaking the bank with a budget, and it does everything you need to really. All the appliances, you've got your warranties and everything with those as well. Making sure part of the rewire, you've got your heat alarms, smoke alarms and everything for the compliancy side of things. Following on upstairs, just again, from a buy-to-let point of view, making sure that it's got the handrails and everything that's needed as part of the regulations. The landing, a couple of touches up, no major plastering works or anything needed up here. I think the main thing we did was just get rid of the dated Artex ceilings. I think that was the main thing that we wanted to make sure it's nice and modern. All fresh, grey carpets throughout, nice and durable, bleach washable. The Dodoin doors, new internal latch packs, again, nice fresh, not going over the top, but you're still elevating that spec, make sure it's nice and tidy. And then into the final bedroom. So again, we did opt later on to go for all new radiators. I think Sam pretty much agreed with us. They were a bit dated. I don't know if that's in one of the previous videos, but I think again that circles back to the little things that we sort of touch base in, say I'd suggest this, X, Y and Z. We'll have a chat with the owner and then just make sure we're all on the same page.
So without being Captain Obvious, we're in the kitchen. And basically, obviously that's a walkthrough. Zach has shown you the project and everything, because a lot of people reach out kind of a lot of people want to know the buy-to-let spec. And when I say spec, the specifications are the standard you go for is a typical buy-to-let. We've approached this project with the finish in mind so that we can approach a 105 GTV on the back end. Valuation should be soon as well. Get it refinanced, get the money back out for Sam, and be good to go again, basically. That's how this all works. If you want to know how the model works, check our other channels for the BR method. Anyway, so how's this been for you in general?
Easy.
But I mean, like, so this is the second time you've been here, right?
Yeah, it's the second time I've been here. But yeah, it's been straightforward. So I mean, as you know, A, don't have a huge amount of time.
Yeah.
And B, I live 4 hours away from here.
And today it was 4 hours for you to get here, right? Yeah. So this is more just kind of, I think part of the reason coming here was just for the content, right? Just to say hello and everything.
Yeah, and just wanted to see it. Kind of meet up with yourself and Zach, who's done all the build work as well.
The team on the
exactly.
ground.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I don't know about you, but I really love coming here and kind of seeing the finish of the back end, because again, I'm going to put a link in the description to this video of kind of the pre-refurb, the mid-refurb, and obviously where we are now. And you can see this is a very standard BR deal. Literally, you bought somewhere run down at a discount, you've done a renovation, X amount, and now on the back end. Obviously, we can run through the numbers in terms of the actual refurb shortly, but it's like, I absolutely love the finish on these, and kind of the before and after. So for me, I can't wait for the valuation to come in, if I'm totally honest with you.
Yeah. And I'm really happy with the finish of this. It looks really, really smart. Like you say, hopefully it helps get the top GDV that we're after, and also helps the rental value as well.
Yeah, and even opening the kitchen, I think those little things, opening the kitchen, having the bright colours and everything. And do you want to talk about a bit about the refurb? Because I feel like the attic and everything, people will find a lot of value in terms of like the unexpected cost of all this. Yeah. So like we came here thinking this was like a 3/4 of a full renovation-ish, give or take, kitchen, bathroom, plastering, painting, whatever. But like in reality, the unexpected costs you got to factor in, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Tell us about the attic.
Yeah. So, fortunately, I wasn't the one that found it. But yeah, hidden within all the insulation in the attic was a load of needles, which obviously are not easy to clear because they need to be disposed of correctly, and without putting any of the team at risk. So we had to resolve that. I phoned around to see quotes for it. I think Rent-A-Kill quoted me £3,500 to get it done, but fortunately having yourself and Zach managing the refurb, we managed to get it done for I think it was less than 1,000 in the end. Can't remember. But
credit ZP, man. ZP to CP. Honestly, I think like really just having a team on the ground that you can rely on to just kind of like be there. Like unexpected costs are one of the most common things we have to find. And it's like, we had no idea about that before. As soon as you started, then it's like, okay, we've bought it, now we're cracking on. And that was a bit of a heart attack when I remember the refurb chat we got was just a week of brainstorming. Yeah. And I think that like there was, like Rent-A-Kill coming in, it's like, oh shit. So yeah, I feel like it's solution orientated, get stuff sorted out. But the point I'm making is kind of like have a buffer there cost-wise, right? From an investment point of view, you've got a budget there of, let's say 24K, have a bit of a buffer there, have contingency in your refurbs because things will and can pop up. And that was an unexpected one, but we got it sorted in the end. Had to move fairly quickly on it and not sort of deliberate about how to deal with it. Otherwise it'd delay the rest of the project. But I think it's also really cool the fact that even today, so we come here for the video and everything, but the letting agents just turned up. We just kind of got the videos and photos done, get that advertised, be proactive, get your rent coming in ASAP. Obviously, get a good tenant in before doing that, and then and it all kind of ties in so that you can get some cash flow in there, get your refinance done, get most of your money back out, and actually just get this going again. And that's just how you really compound it. Because you start this with a pot of cash. You never even had to come here once, and this is what we look. Obviously, good to see you. But like that's kind of, I think that's the really cool bit about this. So
yeah. I mean, I came here twice for my own benefit. Really. Haven't needed to be here, and it's been, I suppose, really sort of a simple process. It's not something that I could have done on my own, or if I did, it would have taken me a hell of a long time and a lot of mistakes along the way. So yeah. And just for everyone, do you mind me asking like what your capital starting was to the financial position afterwards? So you started with X part, here's the project, after the renovation and the refinance, how are numbers looking for you to be ready for afterwards? Yeah, so I had 100,000 that I've put into this property, which covers the purchase price, the refurb, stamp duty, legals, all the rest of it. And we're hoping then to get a GDV of 105. So we'll pull out around sort of £78,000, which means there'll be sort of 22,000 left in this project.
So bought a house for 20k.
Yeah, exactly. And then have the 80k available to do a similar thing.
Yeah. I like it, man. And the really good thing is that once you have the valuation carried out, you know exactly what the actual amount is on the back end when you get your mortgage offer through and everything, then when you're good to go again, we can literally proactively find the next one to tie that in with your refinance. And that means you're not waiting around for all this kind of stuff. And I really think being proactive in property is so important, whether that's refurbs, whether that's refinances, whether that's every stage of the process. For me, it's communication and being proactive are kind of the two main things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I see every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's my speech on being proactive. But so obviously you put your numbers into it, return. So it's what's the return been for you on this one? Because I think we started about a 20%-ish, and obviously the refurb's gone up. So is it kind of still fairly high end, or what you're thinking?
Yeah, it's not too far off. I mean, the refurb, it didn't really sort of overrun by too much, other than clearing those needles, and there was a couple of additional extras that we chose to add in, but didn't necessarily need to be done. But I felt that it would be easier to solve those things or do those upgrades now rather than when there are tenants in the property. If I add in any potential capital appreciation, then then I'm probably looking at up to 30% ROI on this property.
I mean that's the thing, because you get profit from properties in two ways: rental income and appreciation, right? So it's like if you've got that and then you've got an area that's going to appreciate by 20% in 5 years, for example, that's a lot of profit. So literally, this is why I love building portfolios. It's exactly why we do the same thing, why we help Sam do the same thing. And the fact that you live 3-4 hours away and have done this, you've got a pot of cash there, you want to build a portfolio with a reliable team, la bosh. If you want to get projects just like this, build a portfolio in South Wales, like Sam said, the returns can be over 20% as cash buys. So literally, if you've got 100k or more in your back pocket, or even 50k or more, reach out. I'll put a link in the description to the video. Book a call with us, have a chat. No pressure on the call, just a case of having a chat with us, see if you want to build a portfolio or make money from property. Speak to you guys soon. And also, if you like the video, subscribe and like to it. Speak soon.